ladies, and welcome to The Beauty Shaman, where truth and beauty meet. So today I thought I would do a video. I actually have made this video a couple times using different products, and I never liked the video, so I never published it. So my girlfriend, who's an on-camera talent, gave me an eyeliner pencil that she no longer wanted, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna use this one. So it's a Chanel blue eyeliner, waterproof, called Stylo Ur. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. It's for your eye, so it's waterproof eyeliner, but it's in marine, so it's blue. And I've been wanting to really show how to wear blue eyeliner. I don't typically wear blue eyeliner because I have green eyes. Blue eyeliner is really great with like brown eyes or blue eyes, of course. But I don't typically wear it on me, so I just am never really attracted to that. And I realize I've never done a blue eyeliner video, like, hello. So many of you have blue eyes, so hopefully you find this really helpful. But blue eyeliner can be overdone really, really easily, and you can look like you're really outdated. Like back in the 80s, like many of you, I mean, I was like, I don't know, my teenage years were in the 80s, right? I'm 54 now. So I have great memories of the 80s, but it's also, the makeup was super garish and bright, and we can easily sort of date ourselves back to that era, which is coming back in fashion, which is kind of fun. Anyway, but I wanted to show you how to do this without looking dated so that it looks really current. So I'm excited to do this and happy that I have a really cool blue eyeliner pencil to work with today. I've actually never worked with this on myself. I think I worked with this on her. So this could be a little interesting, but in any case, so before we get started, visit my website at thebeautyshaman.com. Use the code SB10 for 10% off everything in my store. And go ahead and look down below if you want the code for anything I've used that I don't have in my store so that you can find it on Amazon. Okay, let's get going. So there's two things we have to start with. One is that I'm still in quarantine as I film this. I'm not sure when I'm going to publish it. And my hair, I've not had a haircut since mid-February. It's the beginning of May. And my hair grows an inch a month. So my hair is unbelievably long and out of control. So I have been straightening it with a flat iron, which is, I find like, it, I mean, I usually like a little wave, I'm a little bit more girly than just straight, but I can't help it. This is how it is. The other thing I wanted to say was what tea I'm drinking. So what tea you drink, I love tea. If you have a great tea you love, please write down below. I'm super into tea. So today I'm drinking green tea, but I wanted to show you the brand because I think this is kind of, I don't know if you're going to find this interesting, but it's Kirkland. So this is from Costco or Sam's Club, I think carries Kirkland. I'm not sure. But this is green tea, and my naturopath recommended this. So you can buy a really big container of this, and it's a really good green tea. So if you like green tea, I find it mild. It's not bitter, because green tea gets bitter really easily. You have to be careful that you don't put too hot of water with green tea. Sometimes you can scorch it. So, but this one I find really delicious. So, little heads up there on the green tea. Okay, so starting off, I did go crazy with my bangs while in quarantine. I did one of those. So I'm going to put a little moisturizer. Now, Jane Iredale sent me this to sample. So this is their face moisturizer. Just regular face moisturizer. So I thought I'd go ahead and give this a go. They send me stuff periodically because I carry some of their products on my site. I don't carry their skincare. So, oh, this is nice. Oops. So that's really nice. I mean, it's a good moisturizer, just a day moisturizer. I don't think it's anything particularly fancy, which is fine. So this is Smooth Affair Primer, Jane Iredale. I do really like this primer a lot. So I'm going to put this on first. You can also blend this with your foundation, just to make it so it's a little bit thinner. It's not quite so dense. Okay, this is my Liquid Minerals, Jane Iredale. I really like this. The little beads that are in here that you see break. So when you put it on your hand, you need to like rub it in a little bit. Or you can use a brush to rub it in, up to you. It's a little weird to get used to because you think, wait a minute, what? And I've been out in the sun, even though I've been using my sunblock, as should all of you. So you can see I'm quite a bit lighter on my face than my rest of my body. I love to go for runs, but my ankles don't like me going for runs. So, but in any case, I love being outside. So I've gotten a little bit of suntan. All right, so that's my foundation. I'm going to do a little concealer. I started using this a little bit. This is MAC. Now, most of what I use is clean beauty, not everything. MAC is not considered clean beauty, but this concealer right here is really nice. This is a pro palette that they make, but these concealers are good. I mean, I've been really happy with this MAC concealer actually. So I'm just going to put that in here. So I think that did a pretty good job. I mean, I've got these. I don't know if you guys have like that kind of ridge thing. So just be really careful not to put your foundation too much or your concealer too much on the puffy part, because then it makes it stick out a little bit more. So just keep it in that ridge right there. So I've got concealer on both my under eye area. I'm going to do a little bit of highlight. So this is my favorite highlight, which is the Touche Éclat by YSL Yves Saint Laurent. Really love this. And I'm just going to pop that in that kind of caverny area underneath my eye. A little bit up in here. I really love highlight. If you watch my videos. On older women, I use it a lot because we don't want to put so much product on our skin because we have a lot of times thinner skin. We also have lines and wrinkles, right? Like we can really they can look heavy really, really easily. So I always am looking for ways to get rid of dark circles without putting a lot of product on people. And that's why I like highlight so much, because it bounces the light. If you can see the difference here, how it's bounced that light and taken away some of that. And yet it doesn't build up like in your fine lines. So I'm a big fan. Especially I work with on-camera talent. And so you take an older woman who's got dark circles and you really work on that area and really use the highlight, like use everything to make it really incredible light. And then you get them in front of a really nice soft light, like what I have here with my ring light. And suddenly they look like a goddess, and they just love you. I can't tell you the amount of women that are like hugging me at the end. They're like, I love you so much. Okay, let me do that. Just right down your nose, just because to break it up, right? So you've got light and then your nose is the regular color of your skin. So this just kind of brings your nose out a little bit more. Now, if you have a really pointy nose, I wouldn't do this because it's going to make it even more pointy. I did see somebody do that on Instagram recently. They heavily highlighted and shaded this young woman's face, but she had a really pointy nose. And I was like, no, you don't highlight and shade a pointy nose because it makes it more pointy. So yeah, little side note. Yeah, that's me criticizing all the Instagram makeups out there. Sorry. Okay, great. I'm super happy with that. I'm going to do a little bit of a little bit of powder. So this is my Dior powder. Get a really, really sheer powder because you just don't want any buildup. Again, we're just really going for translucent products as much as possible. If you're using a really thicker product powder, maybe not a good quality one, it's really going to build up on your skin. You're going to be able to see it. Powder is just one of those things. If you need it, it's better to get something that's really, really translucent because it's just like, look how light that is and how nicely that's set on my skin. This is also slightly tinted. It's not, it's got a slightly rosy tint to it. So I actually like that look. Now I need to sort of add some contour and stuff. My face is a bit flat. All right, so I'm going to add just a little bit of contour. I'm just using a little bit of a darker powder is all this is. And I'm just going to lightly fill that in. I am going to warm this up a little bit. I was going to use kind of a rosy contour just to show how to do that. But the truth is we're going to be doing such a strong blue. I think I'm going to make everything a little bit warmer because blue is a cool tone. So sometimes it's good to go against, like to do a complementary color is really pretty, as opposed to going with all cool tones on your skin. I like doing that. I really love warming up the skin, just a bit. Okay, a little bit of eyebrow here. I'm just going to use a powder and fill that in really lightly. Just a bit. I do color my eyebrows. When I do my roots, I color my eyebrows. So There will come a point, ladies, when I don't, when I just let it go gray. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You guys are gonna be the first to know about it. Have you let your hair go gray? I know quite a few of you have. I'd love to hear about that, what that was like for you. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do eyes and then lips, because I'm not exactly sure what lip color I'm gonna use. So generally I do lips first. So what I'm gonna do is this is called Painterly by MAC. So this is just a cream kind of a eye base. I really want to really lift and open my eyes up, okay? So I'm gonna use this with my fingers and I'm gonna tap this in because this is gonna lighten up my lid. Now I've already put concealer on my lid. If you have oily lids, you can't use concealer on your lid, it'll crease up. But you do need an eye base, and this is a good eye base. I like this eye base. Lots of brands make good eye bases, but I'm gonna take this and look how I'm lifting up my eye area. This is a really good thing to do if you have hooded lids as well. This can really lift up your eye because you don't want to use, well, you can use darker colors on hooded lids just to make them look more indented, but this is another trick just to really lighten it up. And then we're going to kind of create a bit of a higher lid on this one. But isn't that pretty? See how much that lifted my eye up? Okay, so now I'm going to use, I'm gonna just have to hold up colors because these are in my palette, my professional palettes. So this is the color we're gonna use. It's called Mushroom. This is a MAC color. Got a lot of MAC today. So I'm gonna take this, and this is kind of just a frosty, neutral tone because we are, like I said, we're gonna use that really strong blue. So I'm really gonna just coat my eye with that, just to add a little bit of iridescent. I love a little bit of shine. I mean, I know a lot of you are like, no, just go with matte. And sometimes that's true. I think as your eyes get older, you don't want to go too frosty if any at all. But I do like a little bit of glamour. I just do. I'm kind of girly. So see, isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to use a crease color, but I'm going to go really neutral here, okay? We're sticking really in the neutrals because of the eyeliner color. So this is just it's called Wedge. Really just neutral brown, okay? Almost a blonde color. I'm going to go right up in here. See, I'm just really lifting that eye up. So I like this. I've got a little bit of dimension. This is lighter. This is slightly darker. See, I'm kind of creating some shape here. All right, now I'm going to use the Marine, my Chanel marine color, blue. This is waterproof because I'm going to use it in my waterline. So waterproof can kind of be a pain because it's hard to get off, especially blue. I can't imagine what this is like to get off. But at this point, if you're going to use, if eyeliners tend to run on you like they do on me, waterproof is kind of a must-have. It just is. So I'm going to do this in my waterline, just underneath my lashes. And I'm also going to use it above. I love waterline because it just adds a density to that top line. And really keep this area underneath clean and free. Don't put a lot of color. We are going to put a little bit under there, but not a lot. So look at that. See what that did? Really, really nice. And I'm going to use the same thing, and I'm going to go on the upper line. Now, I do pull my eye a little bit for those of you who are like, don't pull your eye. I'm sorry. Can't see. Okay. Running it right next to that eye line. Between the lashes. See how between the lashes I'm going? This is like a trick, you guys. You got to learn how to do this. It just takes practice. The reason why it's so important is that a lot of you try to come from up here. And then it's super messy, right? But if you come from down below and you work with it a little bit, see how I'm working with that? Just going back and forth. You can really create like a lovely line there without it looking liney. I'm going to actually work with this and blend it in. Now, a lot of the younger generation are winging it. You can if you want. I'm not going to on this. And then I'm going to take a slanted brush, and I'm going to actually take this and blend it up. and really work with this. Now you got to be quick because this is waterproof, right? So it dries and that sucker is on there. So we're really going to work with that. I'm just going to soften that down a little bit. See? That's pretty. I'm going to do the other eye. So I think that's really pretty. It's very soft and pretty. I'm going to actually use a blue-gray now underneath my eye because we're going for the blue effect here. This is kind of a nice, I think this is called Greystone, but the back has erased the color. So I'm going to use my slanted brush. I'm going to go right next to my eye, right between my lashes underneath. You know, notice I'm going from above here because I'm just softly going to get that bit right there. I'm not going to go underneath my lashes like so, you know, I think a lot of you really go crazy underneath because it's easier, right? It's easier to do the underneath than on top, but it's too heavy for the most part as you get older. And a lot of it is because we have darker circles, right? So I'm just going to go very, very slightly in that underneath part. Good, huh? Okay. So I'm going to do a little bit of a more blending in that outer edge there. To me, I want to do a little bit softer of a look. So I've got this like a pencil brush here. And I'm going to use this same blue. And I'm going to just run it on that top edge. Just want to soften it up just a little tiny bit. Pull it up a little bit. You know, I want it to be as soft as possible and diffused, and at the same time have some density. So see how much softer that is? I'm happy with that. I think that looks good. So I like this. I've actually diffused it down. So I've got a lot of density around my eye, but basically my eyes are really lifted. So now I'm going to take my mascara. Maybelline Great Lash. What's your favorite mascara? I would love to hear about that underneath. Some of you, like me, have been using the same mascara for like a million years. And some of you are so into mascaras. Like, I've seen women spend, you know, $50 on a mascara. Okay, so now we're on to lips. So I'm going to do just a kind of a softer lip because I've got so much going on around my eye. And I'm going to use just a really pale pink color. In sticking with the cool tones here. Lots of cool tones. You gotta watch you don't overdo a cool tone or a warm tone on your skin. I've seen some women with like pink lipstick and blue eyeshadow and pink blush. And if you're white, if you're Caucasian, it can just be too much. I think on any skin tone, really, you want to just be sure you don't go overboard. And that you use some warmth on your skin, like a warm blush or a warmer contour. Because warm colors are just beautiful, right? They're very soft, they're very pretty. Okay, so that's really nice. I'll get the color and put it down below. I don't know what this color is. It's in my lipstick kit, so. And I'm doing lip liner after. Because I just want it very soft. I don't want it really strong. I think that looks really super pretty. Ooh. All right, I am going to do a little tiny bit of rosy blush just to see. I also am seeing quite a bit of difference here on my skin tone, so I'm going to have to correct that. So a little bit of rosy blush here, but very like a neutral pink. So it's this color. I believe this is called Prism. So it's a pink, it's a matte color, it's a pink, but it's not a strong pink. I only marginally like that. Let me do a little tiny bit more pink and see what happens. That's better. So there we have my blue eyeliner tutorial. I think I'm ready to go to the mailbox now because in quarantine, that's really the highlight of my day. That and walking the dogs. But anyway, I think this is really pretty. So it's a lot of density around the eye. Everything else is very diffused. And if you're like me, an older woman, you got to be careful you don't overdo like a lipstick. And like if both of these areas in your face are super strong, it can just be like overtake your face. So if you you know, really balance it out like I have done. It's very soft and very pretty. So have a great day. I hope you're doing really well. I'd love to hear from you down below. I always respond. Again, visit my website, thebeautyshaman.com, for more information. Enjoy your green tea and have an awesome day.